Hi, this is Mrs. Rita. I'm here today to teach you how to enter data into your graphing calculator. This data will be helpful when we are finding one variable statistics, and the way we enter data will also be how we enter data for two variable statistics. Um, when you have data to enter, you want to start here with this button called Stat. And yes, Stat stands for statistics. So if we click on the Stat button, the first thing you'll see is an Edit option. And this is where we edit the statistic, the data that we want to enter. So you can either press 1 or Enter. If you have any data that is already in the list, you want to clear that data. To clear that data, you arrow up into the list, you press Clear, and then you arrow back down into the list. Let me show you that one more time. If you have data in your list, you arrow up to the list, you press Clear, and you enter back down into the list. That's a quick way of clearing data. So what I'm going to enter is an example of assessment scores from a class. So I'm going to enter these scores, and you just hit Enter in between each score. I'm going to do this on my computer. It'll be quicker. Okay. So you can see here as you enter the number, the amount of data is shown here. So you can see that I have entered 13 pieces of data. So that's how you enter data into a list. Now, more importantly, what are we going to do with this data? So if we go back to our Stat button, you arrow over to Calc. Okay, this is where the graphing calculator will calculate some different statistics for you based on the data that you entered. We've only entered one list, so we are going to use one variable statistics. So I'll press Enter here. Depending on your type of calculator, you may have to press Enter more than once. But if you press Enter again, this will give you some important statistics that will be useful. The first piece of data I want you to see is this X bar. We call this X bar. And this is your mean or your average of the data. So it is calculated instantly for you. Okay. We will talk about some of these other statistical numbers here. But if I scroll down, I can see n equals 13. So this tells us how many pieces of data we entered, which was 13. It gives us our minimum. Our minimum number was 55. It gives us our median. Our median is 80. And our maximum score is a 93. In some of my future videos, I will explain what all of these other numbers mean. But today was just an introduction on entering data and finding our one variable statistics. Thanks.